Modern commercial spaces are under a ton of pressure. They need to look amazing, be ready fast, and be sustainable. So how do you pull that off? How do you create these incredible brand experiences without all the waste and the headaches of old school methods? Well, we're going to dive into a really cool innovation in wall graphics that does exactly that.
All right, here's what we've got on top. First, we'll talk about the real problem with vinyl. Then, we'll jump into the direct-to-wall solution that's changing the game. We'll look at how tough it is, what it means for design, and check out some real-world examples. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with why this makes so much business sense.
Okay, so let's start with vinyl. For ages, it's been the go-to for wall graphics. It seems easy, right? But here's the thing. There are these hidden costs, both for the environment and for your operations. And frankly, a lot of people are starting to realize that price is just way too high.
You see, the issue with vinyl isn't just one thing. It's this whole cycle of waste that just keeps going. I mean, think about it. It starts with making all this material, substrates, adhesives, liners. Then you've got to ship these heavy rolls, which has its own carbon footprint. Once you're on site, you're trimming and cutting, and all those scraps, they go straight to the landfill. And the worst part, in any busy area, you know what happens. The seams start to lift, the edges chip, and you have to replace it, starting that whole wasteful process all over again. It's just not built to last.
And when you put them side by side, the difference is just staggering. With vinyl, you're dealing with a ton of material waste, potentially nasty VOCs from the glue, and all the headaches of shipping big, bulky rolls. Plus, installation can take days and really disrupt everything. The direct-to-wall method, it just completely flips the script. By creating the graphic right there on site, you basically eliminate the waste and slash the installation time. It's a night and day difference. So what is this direct-to-wall solution? And how does it change the whole equation? Well, it's pretty brilliant, actually. Instead of just reducing waste, it gets rid of entire categories of materials right from the get-go. We're talking about a totally different way of thinking about how we create these incredible branded spaces. Okay, so here's how it actually works, and it's surprisingly simple and super precise. First, an expert comes in to check out the wall and get it prepped. Then, this specialized printer gets to work, applying the image right onto the surface with incredible accuracy. But here's the magic part. The low VOC UV LED inks are cured instantly. We're talking instantly. That means the wall is durable and ready to go right away. No mess, no weird smells, and almost zero downtime for your business. Being sustainable isn't just about the materials you use, it's also about how long something lasts. I mean, if you have to replace it every couple of years, that's just creating more waste, right? So the big question is, how does this direct-to-wall printing actually hold up in the real world, in those high-traffic spots like lobbies, hallways, and campuses? This right here is the game changer. No seams, no peeling, no problem. Because the graphic is printed directly on the wall, you get rid of all the things that usually fail with vinyl. There are no edges to peel back, no seams to get all grimy, and no layers that can come apart. It's just one clean, seamless finish that becomes part of the wall itself. It's designed to take a beating. And this is huge for anyone managing a facility. We're talking real long-term value. Because it lasts longer, you're not constantly replacing it, which saves money and materials. Maintenance is a breeze because you're not hunting for peeling edges. And get this, when you're ready for change, you just paint right over it. The wall is still a perfectly good wall. This means you can actually predict your costs, which is something you just can't do with vinyl. Now, a lot of people think that when you go with a sustainable option, you have to compromise on the design, that you're limited. Well, that is absolutely not the case here. In fact, it's the exact opposite. This tech opens up a whole new world of creative possibilities. Your graphics can feel like they're part of the architecture, not just something stuck on top of it. So for designers and brand managers, this is like a whole new playbook. Think about it. You can create these amazing culture walls with mission statements that you can just paint over and update when things change. You can embed wayfinding and safety info right into the walls, so there's less clutter. You can even take digital artwork and scale it up to huge sizes with perfect, crisp detail. It's just a smarter, more integrated way to tell your brand story. Okay, theory is great, but let's see how this actually works in the real world, in some pretty tough environments. This isn't just an idea on paper. It's being used right now in places where you can't afford to mess around, where performance is everything. Take healthcare, for instance. A seamless surface is way easier to clean, which is obviously a massive deal for infection control. And at the same time, you can print clear, color-coded wayfinding right on the walls. This helps calm people down and makes it so much less stressful for patients and their families to find their way around.
Or how about in education?
Schools and universities run on tight schedules. Being able to get an installation done fast, like during a semester break, is a lifesaver. And because it's so durable, those school mascots and donor walls are going to look amazing for years and years, not just for a few months before they start getting banged up. And in the corporate world, it's all about being agile. Landlords can turn over spaces and get them refreshed for new tenants in no time. Companies can create these awesome, dynamic project spaces, or even put their mission statements and sustainability dashboards right on the wall. And they can do it all without shutting down the office for days. So when you pull all of this together, the sustainability, the durability, the speed, the design freedom, what you end up with is a really, really smart business case. It's a strategic move. Let's break it down. It's a win on every front. You're lowering waste and emissions. You're getting your spaces up and running faster with way less disruption. You get a product that lasts longer and costs less to maintain. If you have locations all over, you get consistent quality everywhere. And you're giving your design teams the freedom to do their best work. I mean, from every angle, it's just the smarter way to go. So all of this really leads to one big question for you to think about. As everyone's expectations for sustainability and performance keep getting higher, you have to ask, is your branding built for the future, or is it kind of stuck in the past?